field, 26 strong, has one more turn, and then they will make the traditional run to an uphill start. They will not be able to see the flag stand until they crest the hill. We will be up in the rev range, reaching close to 200 miles an hour before the action begins at turn 1. Look at that crowd on hand here today at Elkhart Lake.
Forget the crowd. Look at the crowd on the track. Look how they're bunched up. This is going to be a great, oh, what a great looking start there.
Zanardi in red, Gilles de Ferran in yellow, and the crowd is on its feet as we get underway. De Ferran with the early lead as he comes alongside of Zanardi.
He's going to try around the outside. He went down around the outside.
Did he come away with it? Not yet.
They're still side by side. Look at that. Oh! Oh!
Zanardi and De Ferran touch. De Ferran is headed for the gravel. Now, can he get out?
Oh, the same thing that happened to him at the start. I mean, he made the mistake at Mid-Ohio, but oh.
Gilles de Ferran, what a tremendous twist of fate. A week ago at Mid-Ohio, he ran into the back of Mauricio Gugelmin and went straight off. And there is Jan Magnussen sitting in for Emerson Fittipaldi in the Hogan Penske car.
And he's bumped that front wheel. See that left front on your screen? It's the suspension's all bent. Look at this. I tell you, Zanardi came over. De Ferran had the spot. Zanardi pinched him over there. That, I'm afraid, was Zanardi's fault there.
I was looking further back in the pack to see if we could see what happened to Magnussen, but I could not see it. And we have a full course yellow. The flags are waving from the flag stand. And there is Gilles de Ferran. What could be going through his mind now? What a disappointment for de Ferran, who won earlier this year in Cleveland in the final season as a car owner for Jim Hall. This should be a quick yellow as both cars are off the racetrack. There is Jim Hall. It appears that his team's race is over before it began. Stay with us. Let's get down to Jan Bikas in the pit lane.
Yes, guys, talking about mishaps, of course, on that first lap. You and Alex Zanardi, great race, side by side. That is until you got down to turn 3. What do you think happened there? It looked like he got squeezed.
Well, what I think happened is the reality. What happened, he just decided to put me off the road on the braking. There was no reason for him to do that. There was plenty of space for him to brake on the right-hand side without putting me off the road on the left. I mean, he knew that I was there because I've been there since the corner before. He should be disqualified for unsportsmanship behavior, I believe.
Now, is there anything that you can take it up with the stewards? What can you do as a driver now to try and implement that?
Well, I can just hope the stewards see what really happened and penalize Zanardi accordingly.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
There is race leader Alex Zanardi. A year ago, victory went to his teammate Jimmy Vasser. Today, it appears it will be Alex Zanardi's turn. The victory will be the 4th of his career, 1st of the season, 10th for the Target Ganassi team, and with it, a $5,000 donation to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital in St. Louis. Now here's the Gugelmin, Pruitt, Unser Jr., Johnstone, your top 5. And the crowd is on its feet in salute of Alex Zanardi. He did not get the pole, but he picks up the win. We'll be back to interview the latest winner of the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach. Stay with us.
Tell us about the donut after the checkered flag. You did a donut down there in turn 1. What was that all about?
The crowd here were amazing, and I had to please them a little bit also. So it's fantastic. I mean, we've been close for the first 2 races to win, but this now is our, and nobody's going to steal it from us.
And Zanardi peels off to head for the pits, second in the race, making his second and final stop on lap number 69. Gary Gerald awaits in the Target Ganassi pits.
And they know, of course, they were 1.6 seconds back on the racetrack. Can they make it up now on this, their final stop? Option tires, Firestone, scuff set. We'll watch for what we believe will be one turn down on the front wing. There it is, both sides, off the jacks, he's rolling. Oh my, 10.3 seconds, sensational stop.
And Brian Herta has spun. Backed it into the tire wall. He was asking for help, a push start.
That's the first thing you do. Your driver wants,
right forward, tags the wall.
He got off on those marbles on the outside and just no control out there. Right down there just after turn 1. That's at the end of the straightaway. Right down there is the end of the straightaway. was Brian Herta, but this is Greg Moore, where he made pretty severe contact with the wall at turn 1.
Local yellow flag for the moment.
Now Greg Moore's out wide. Oh, and that's Zanardi. He tries to go around. He tags Zanardi. He ran over Zanardi's left front wheel and tagged him the wall, and then he goes out there. He's got no control at that stage.
As we so often see on these concrete barrier line temporary circuits, once he pranged the left front, ooh, and Greg Moore is hot.
Well, he's got the racing line. Zanardi's just come out of the pits. He's got to give way to the guys on the racetrack. And Zanardi's trying not to lose ground. He's trying to get down in there. They're both trying to get through a very tight spot down there and make the most of it.
Let's get down to Gary Gerald.
Frustrated, Greg Moore has made the walk back. What happened now? And Zanardi exiting the pit.
No, Zanardi was exiting the pit, and I was around the outside. And I was completely ahead of him going into turn 1, and we went side by side through 1. He hit my right rear tire with his left front, and so obviously I was ahead of him. You know, put me up into the air a little bit, into the wall, and that race was over.
Any way it could have been avoided, in your opinion?
Maybe if he backed off, it was just a stupid thing to happen.
Thank you.
Thanks.
They normally expect yellow because of the configuration of this track and incidents. We haven't had yellow thus far. If they get 10 laps of yellow, that erases the fuel concerns. We'll keep an eye on it.
Well, Zanardi's been trying to get around P.J. Jones. This was just a few seconds ago, and it's not as easy as it looked. P.J. apparently was. Whoa! Zanardi gets in trouble trying it again.
He tried it in the same spot where he had a problem. This is what we were talking about. It's very difficult to pass it, and they are dangerous spots. He's out. That's his race.
And his championship.
And more than likely his championship.
Alex Zanardi climbs out. He's going to be furious. You saw him. We're just showing him the replay where he tried it once, then he tried it again, and it got him into the wall.
Here he'll come in here. Now he's going to go around the outside. PJ doesn't see him. He's taking the racing line. Boy, he got up there. PJ, I don't think ever saw him on the outside like that. Boy, that was a lucky maneuver. He's going to be very upset. Look at him, just pulling that off, throwing his baklava in his, whoa, he's upset.
And a frightening situation when he rolled up like that, almost put his head up into the barrier fence.
Yeah, but you can tell. See the mark on there was a little black mark right on top of his helmet where it looked like it rubbed across something. But he's more upset, not about the incident, but he's upset about the results. Took him out of the championship, took him out of another race win.
He had this race handled in the early laps, certainly had the fastest car on the track, but that incident gives it over to Michael Andretti. Bobby Rahal comes forward into second place. Oh, look at this anger. He's looking for somebody to shakes off his PR guy, Michael Knight.
So he comes in here again, and that's the racing line that Parnelli Jones has taken. But look at this.
Well, and as a result of this and some other debris on the track, they're going to go full course yellow. That means, of course, that the field will bunch up. The pace car will come up. Mike's trying to say Alex does not want to talk at all. I think Alex does, but everybody would prefer he doesn't.
The finishes we've seen thus far this year in the PPG Kart World Series have been simply unbelievable, and we may have another one in store. Now just 10 car lengths separate Gilles de Ferran. Oh, less than that now. Oh, Alex Zanardi. What a move.
He was not going to be denied passing that back marker and get held up. He just dove in there.
That was Juan Fangio, and I think they made contact. I think he just clouded him out of the way. What a rim shot from Alex Zanardi. Charging right up onto the gearbox of Gilles de Ferran. Now remember, 3 weeks ago, de Ferran had the race lead at Portland on a drying track using treaded wet weather tires, desperately trying to keep Mark Blundell behind him with the checkered flag. He wasn't able to do it. Lost by the smallest margin in series history, 27 1/1000ths of a second. Now, once again, he has mirrors full of a rival with 6 laps to go. Here goes Zanardi down the inside into 1. Here comes de Ferran on the counterattack. But at the rate Zanardi has been closing on him, I have to believe the performance advantage goes to Zanardi, who is now in the race lead.
And my feeling is it's got to be that he's got more fuel on board. He's running more fuel mixture. He's running it richer. He's got more power.
Chosen not to pit, Arndt Meyer, the rookie who won in sports cars at Daytona Beach, Florida earlier this spring, is now the race leader as we go green once again.
And watch how fast Paul Tracy gets by him, and we'll see if Alex Zanardi is able to do the same. Oh, he doesn't make it easy. Oh, Paul Tracy is going to go off the course. Arndt Meyer decided he liked leading, and he made it very, very hard for Paul Tracy. And now Paul Tracy is dispensing of some cones he picked up on the way.
Perhaps driving with a little anger at the rookie. Arndt Meyer in his series debut here at Surfers Paradise.
Here comes Zanardi.
Zanardi up the inside, and can Paul Tracy respond? Yes, but they lock wheels.
This is incredible. Oh, no. I don't know. My, oh, my, oh, my. Zanardi, that was the case of what we used to say when I was a driving instructor, of the red mist. That is a case where you just get too much adrenaline going, and these guys just start boxing.
And got back underway as Paul Tracy cools down in the corner. On board with Zanardi. Tracy to the left.
And there's the contact.
Whoops, I said he didn't get into the tires. Excuse me.
He's probably having some braking problems, but he locked up again, getting down in there. He just missed the hairpin and stalled the car. And my question would be, if your car's working that good and you're already up to third and you've got a brake problem, you got to back off a little bit. But we do not know what's going on in that cockpit. Here's a guy very talented, obviously poised to win his first championship. Look right there. He's sneaking down the inside of Brian. Oh, I think they touched. I think he touched with Brian Herta.
Oh, from our Honda Helicam, you saw that both cars were balked slightly. Oh, Herta touches him, and the race leader is in the tires.
And I can't believe it. Zanardi wanted that lap back, just dove up the inside, banged Brian, and pushed him right off into the wall.
I believe Alex Zanardi might be in for some criticism after this race. We have a full course caution. Brian Herta, who lost his race lead at Mid-Ohio earlier this year when a tire went down. The man who passed him and took the win was Alex Zanardi. They were bottled up behind a slower car in the hairpin. Then they got to this corner. Zanardi forced the issue up the inside, fully alongside Brian Herta, it must be said, and then they touched wheels.
But Brian's already turning into the corner right here. Brian's in there. He's not seen him, bangs him. Zanardi once again escapes, but I've really got to say that's Zanardi's fault there. He was way down on the lead. That was the leader of the race.
Another look from overhead. I can't believe Zanardi's car wasn't damaged in that collision.
I can't either. Once again, just like in Australia when he banged with wheels with Paul Tracy, he comes away unscathed, and Brian Herta is in the fence. I really got to believe that that is Zanardi's over-enthusiasm for the mistakes that were made during this caused that accident. And these guys are going to show us some stuff here. Alex Zanardi has closed up on Michael, but he has yet to find a way around him. That's going to be tricky, and with just a couple of laps remaining, Michael is going to make that car very wide in the places that he knows Alex can get by.
3 laps to go. Each man has a kart championship. Ed Nathman, the team manager for Newman Haas, telling Michael Andretti how much time there is to go. Each man with a runner-up position in the championship. Zanardi to the inside. He caught Michael unawares, I think, Danny.
He did. Michael thought he had blocked him, and he took it in there deep enough where he locked up, and Alex Zanardi just made a typical Zanardi move, dove down the inside, had a little bit left, didn't worry about getting around the corner. They almost stopped down there.
And look at the grandstand on their feet cheering this battle between Alex Zanardi and Michael Andretti, as Zanardi will have 2 laps to go next time by.
And Michael tried to get some back under braking there and ran wide in that corner. He couldn't get in there as deep. Alex has pulled out, as you can see, about 5 to 10 car lengths.
Alex Zanardi, the points leader, going for his 4th win in a row to tie a record.
Now Michael thinks he's got it blocked. Alex dives out. Michael locks up a little bit, tries to force the issue. Alex says, forget it, I'm coming through. Not contact by either one of them.
From the onboard.
Michael sees him there. It's too late. He tries to force him down there. Turns in. Look how late they are in the corner. Nothing he can do about it. Alex just dove in. Forget it. I'm coming through. Brake. Locked up a right front. Forget the corner, buddy. It's mine.
How many times have we seen this from Alex Zanardi, who was started?
Let's go on. No question.
With the cars already in Europe, the race did go on. But near its end, leader Alex Zanardi lost control and slid into the path of oncoming cars. A collision cost the popular former champion his legs, his career, and very nearly his life. That was 20 months ago, nearly to the day. But today is a new day, and Alex Zanardi is back at Eurospeedway Lausitz for the first time since that awful weekend, leading the way. More than a year ago, Zanardi, while still learning to use his prosthetic legs, approached Champ Car officials with a request. A chassis came from the MyJack Conquest team. Engineering help was provided by Car Technical Chief Lee Dykstra, Ford Cosworth, and engineer Adam Schachter from the Rocket Sports team for which Alex Tagliani drives. Tagliani being the car that struck Zanardi back in 2001. Last week, Alex Zanardi tried out his new 750 horsepower Champ Car equipped with hand controls. And now here he is, back in Germany, completing the 13 laps that went unfinished back in 2001. Operating the throttle with his left thumb, the clutch with his right hand, and most remarkable of all, working the brake with his artificial right leg using the strength of his hip. And as we all know by now, Alex Zanardi has enormous reserves of strength. What you're watching is a moment Alex Zanardi's legions of fans around the world have been waiting for nearly 2 years. The checkered flag waves, and Alex Zanardi has completed his personal odyssey back to the Eurospeedway Lausitz. Is this the end of a great racing career, or is this only the beginning for a man who seems to be able to do anything he wants?
Reynard-Honda, United States. Jimmy Vasser, United States. 2 new names, both from the U.S. in this series that has become so international. So the battle for the PPG Cup. Look, here he comes, and he gets him! Can he get him back? Can he hang on?
Oh, look at this!
Down through the boards on the final lap. Alex Zanardi, remember, twice we've had the change on the final lap of the race this year. Alex Zanardi at the top of the hill, an area you would not normally try and pass. Ducks the inside of Brian Herta, goes all the way off the course on the right-hand side, and Alex Zanardi, with a brilliant move, takes the checkered flag from the pole and the win here at Laguna Seca. Unbelievable. And the championship will go to Jimmy Vasser. Brian Herta finishes in second place. Jimmy Vasser.